Linda, thank you. And yeah, this morning we're embracing our inner wild thanks to a tiger. Tiger Palafox is back with us on how to bring out our inner beast a little bit. We also have Rachel Harper from the Living Coast Discovery Center. Same for Elizabeth. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, good morning.
Thanks for coming back in. And let's kind of connect the dots here because this brand new exhibit opening on Saturday at the Living Coast Discovery Center.
Super exciting. All kinds of wonderful stuff. And that's the cool thing. They're like just constantly keeping you guessing as far as what's out there. Every time you go, there's something new. But one of the things I'm excited about is this whole pollinator exhibit that they have.
Yeah, that's connecting with it, right?
Right, exactly. And right now, all over California is having the super bloom. They're talking about all the rain, brought out the wildflowers. Pollination is going crazy. There's all kinds of plants you can incorporate into your garden that just look beautiful with amazing flowers. And then people even say, oh, plant succulents, but then they don't have flowers. They're worried about pollinator. This little red guy right down here is a crassula, and it has wonderful red blossoms. You can see that's a great hummingbird pollinator plant right there. So even with succulents, you can do a good job with that.
And with all of this, you mentioned it, with the rainfall that we had, it kind of seeing these more so in bloom this year because we're out of that drought.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is all that you can check out on Saturday?
Right, yeah, so they're going to start on Saturday, and they're going to have other exhibits. So, you know, the representatives from the Living Coast are here to talk about some of the other fun stuff they have.
How exciting is that this Saturday? Tell us all about this grand opening.
Yeah, definitely. So at the Living Coast Discovery Center this Saturday, we're opening our newest exhibition, which is called Back to Nature. And that's basically what it is, right? It's kind of getting people out of the cities, turning off your phone, stepping away from the screens, and like really realizing, you know, that the pollinators are important and kind of educating people about that with our native pollinator garden. Plus, of course, we're going to have some really cool animals like you can see here.
Tell us who you brought in with us this morning.
Yeah, so this guy here is a pixie frog, and he's actually a lot like the bullfrogs that you might see in San Diego, but they're actually invasive. So bullfrogs that you see here in San Diego aren't native to San Diego, and that's kind of one of the things that we're going to be talking about at the exhibition at Back to Nature, is how we have so many native species in San Diego as the most biodiverse region in the continental United States.
And the best part about it too, it's like if you don't even have a chance to go to the grand opening, it's going to be all throughout the summer into September.
Definitely.
Right?
So the grand opening is this Saturday from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. at the Living Coast, but the exhibition does run through Labor Day. So if you can't make it this weekend, you can come back throughout the summer.
By the way, Linda had to check out these pets itself.
Oh, I did. I have two little boys. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Well, he's actually he absorbs things through his skin, so he's very particular.
He's comfortable right now.
So even my hands are very wet right now, just to make sure that he's really comfortable.
Oh, I understand that. And then you have these big rats.
Yeah. So we have a couple other animals as well.
So, talking about wanting to meet an animal ambassador, here we've got our blue-tongued skink, which you can actually touch if you wanted.
Oh, can I
just
touch
on her back here. Yep, there you go. And she's not native to here. We don't get lizards quite this large, but we do have a San Diego alligator lizard that is pretty large, not quite as big as her. She's native to Australia.
Australia, okay, very nice.
So, and then we also have our animal ambassadors here, our rats. That kind of represents the rodent population that lives in San Diego. We're highlighting all kinds of things with our new exhibition, including the urban jungle, learning about how animals survive in the cities and around our homes and cities. And rats are just a classic example of that. They are able to scavenge for food and make their homes in our own home. So they're a great animal ambassador to get to check out at the Living Coast Discovery Center.
So it's a little bit of everything. You have the demonstrations, you have the animals, and it's educational too.
Absolutely. That's what we focus on at the Living Coast Discovery Center. We're an aquarium zoo. We're opening up our new native pollinator garden. So we've got pretty much everything for the animal and plant lovers in this city.
How easy is it for the plants itself, for the pollinator garden? How easy is it for someone to do it for themselves at home?
Oh, super easy. As a matter of fact, I brought these wonderful cans of just wildflower seeds that if you had a slope or a hillside that you weren't even paying attention to, throw these seeds out there with California poppies and all kinds of other lupin and things like that, and you can have this wonderful magical bloom every year. But at the same time, a lot of these plants do really well in the Mediterranean climate. So.
And I know, especially with the climate we've been having recently, it can really blossom them really fast.
Exactly. growing wild.
I can't get over seeing these rats
so
up
much
close.
fun, right?
Are you holding one? I missed it.
I'm not holding one.
Did you see him? So another really cool thing is that we have our spring camps coming up, which means that kids who enroll in the spring camps March 20th through 31st will get to really be up close with these animals, touching the rats, touching the skink, all the animals, and just learning so much about the wildlife that we have.
Is that just something that students can sign up for online then? Or
yeah, so you want to go to thelivingcoast.org, That's where you can find more information about Back to Nature, our newest exhibition, and also where you can sign up for the spring camps.
Very cool. Where are you guys located at?
We're located actually on a national wildlife
very
refuge,
nice.
and we're on San Diego Bay and Chula Vista.
So can I attempt to hold this one?
You know, he's a little, you can pet him.
Apparently, I really want to just hold an animal.
Definitely pet him, yeah, but he's a little squirmy.
And
He's very curious.
For the exhibition, students would be able to possibly
Yeah,
touch them and pet them and
definitely.
everything.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we have a lot of field trips, but just as well, if you're on spring break, definitely check out the camps at Living Coast.
What is this down here?
This is a snake skeleton, and it represents a lot of our reptile species. So as we mentioned, we have lizards, but we also have an iguana, we have anoles, which are a type of lizard, and we have snakes, lots of different kinds of snakes. So
You know, it's so
if
cool
you
to
love reptiles, come on down.
It's so cool to see that, because when you actually hold a snake, you feel how their muscles move sort of like this.
Yeah.
You know, back and forth.
Yeah, and kids, they're constantly telling us how cool the snake feels, and it's great because a lot of people have kind of an apprehension towards snakes. They're fearful that they might bite them, but really snakes don't want to bother us. They just want us to leave them alone in their natural environment, and it's great to just get the kids excited about them and to teach them why they're important to nature.
And the grand opening again, Saturday, so
Yep.
enjoy it.
Saturday, 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. at the Living Coast Discovery Center.
All right, check it out. Details right there on your screen. Guys, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thank you for having us.